Hi, and welcome back to Trak. Today we're talking about tasks. Tasks can be really, really detailed or they can be really basic. And in this overview, I'm walking you through basic task management. I do have a secondary video around linked tasks and the ability to have tasks that automatically move and populate users and all sorts of stuff like that. So if you are looking for something around that, look for our advanced tasks or our linked tasks help guide. But today I'm going to talk to you just around general tasks in Trak. Now, tasks can be set manually, they can be set through automations, they can be set in a list or through templates on a job. You can use tasks absolutely everywhere. And let's take a quick look at them in the system. So, number one, if you want to template a list of tasks for the type of works that you do, under your name and your templates, you can create task templates. Task templates can be simple. It can be two or three things that you want to do, or it might be just one task that you use all the time, but you want to be able to drop it in with a detail. Tasks are great, nice and simple. You can edit them and manage them. If you want to know more about detailed tasks where you've got linked tasks and predecessors and roles, please look at the other tutorial. But in this instance, you'll see that you can add multiple tasks together. And then from here, you can allocate them to someone who's in a user role, in a team, or in just a particular user. Okay. With your tasks, where can they be used in your Trak account and how do you see them? Now, tasks can be seen in a list format from the top of the tab. If you are not on the premium feature, this is where you'll see a list of tasks. You'll be able to see what is overdue. You'll be able to see and filter them by users. It's nice and easy to manage them all from here. You can mark them as complete. You can edit them, reassign them. On the right-hand side, you can multi-select and delete or reassign or manage your tasks in a bulk format. So nice and easy in the way that that works. The other option you've got to manage and view tasks is if you're on the premium feature, you'll be able to see a task calendar. The task calendar is great because you know what is expected to be happening each day, which is great. If you've got linked tasks and you look at your task calendar and you think, I've got to move this task, and you move one or edit it, it will move all the other tasks that are associated to this one. So that if you've got a workflow, for example, I'm installing a roof with lots of stages and I want to move one stage, it will move the other stages that have not been completed yet. Okay, so that is part of our advanced task management. But in the system, nice and simple here, I can see what tasks are done. I can mark them as complete. I can notify people. I can upload attachments and details to a task, and I can mark it as complete. When you mark a task complete on your calendar, it removes it. So only your overdue tasks are showing. Pretty simple in the way that this works. Now, where can we create tasks in Trak? If you are creating a task that is not job specific, it will be done under your task tab at the top. You can create a task, and it might be, have a meeting, for example, and you might want to allocate that to a particular user. And you might want to put a particular due date or time on that task. It's going to be on Friday, and it's going to be at 10 a.m. or whatever it's going to be. So you can create tasks and manage them in your system. It's really simple in the way that that works. Okay, you can notify people about tasks, upload details so people know more about them, and add them to the system. When you allocate a task to a user, whether it's job or not job related, you can see those tasks, obviously, in this task tab at the top in a list format. This will be specific to the user if they are just a user level. But on their main dashboard, they will be able to see the tasks that have been allocated to them. They'll be able to review those tasks by clicking the little arrow on the right. They'll then be able to mark those tasks as complete or upload images or photos of the completed works, whatever's relevant. They can be job or non-job related. The other places that you can add tasks are obviously in a job itself. Now, there are lots of different ways that you can add tasks in a job. Almost at every functionality in Trak, if you select the piece of functionality and click the three dots, you'll have the ability to create a task from there. So if you create a quote, you might want to create a task to follow it up. If you create an invoice, you might want to create a task to follow it up. You can manage tasks in lots of different ways. If someone sends you a note on a job and you think to yourself, I need to do something about that, you might want to create a task to follow it up. Tasks are super important. All of your job related tasks will show on the job in your tasks tab. You'll be able to see what is outstanding and you'll be able to see what is completed. You'll be able to add tasks, whether they're one task or multiple tasks. You select them, see the details of them, you can add them to the system, or you can just create a freestanding task, follow up the job. You can allocate it to a user, date and time, upload images or photos, and create the task. Tasks are a great way for you to stay on top of all those moving bits in your business. Now, I know that a lot of times tasks just become something laborious that you've got to be able to always remember to do, and it's just another thing. That is why tasks are linked to automations. In your Trak account, if you are using automations, this is one of the great things that you can use tasks for. In your system, you can create automations that will create tasks. So, for example, you might create a quote, and when you share that quote to a customer, you might want it to send them a text message, then send them a reminder email, and then do some other things. But after 7 days, if it's still not approved, you might want it to create a task, allocate it to whoever created that quote so they can then follow it up automatically. So these are really important pieces that you can create and manage in your automation. So you might have a new automation, which is a quote follow-up task. You might want to trigger this by the job or the quote status has been changed. It's been changed to awaiting approval. So I've shared it with the customer. I want to create a task, but I want to delay this for 7 days. And the requirement is that it still has to be in, this status, which is awaiting approval. Okay. So the task might be, follow up quote. You might want to assign the task to whoever created the quote. Okay. And the due date for this will be, 3 days after or whatever it is. So you can set all this up and structure it and save it so that you're creating a task automatically when you've shared a quote that hasn't been approved in 7 days, as long as the quote is still waiting approval. This is why automations are really important. You can create workflows, set tasks, follow up reminders, win jobs, not miss out on things that are happening, get rid of the sticky notes, get rid of the little bits of paper that have got stuff written on them, and make sure that you've got a system that's transferable to everyone in your business. If you've got any questions around tasks, if you want to know more, if you need help setting them up, if you're not sure about how they might work in your business, please reach out to the team so we can walk you through it. You can reach out at contact@trak.co. You can reach out through the little speech bubble in the bottom right of our platform and ask our support desk for advice. That is what we're here for. I look forward to your feedback on tasks and how it might be able to help your business. Thank you very much.